Alright guys, now I have the stability control about a quarter of the way up. Hey, that's about where I like it. If you notice, I was able to maintain my drifts. Like I would counter drift. Instead of sliding out of control and spinning, I can start to swing the rear end out and then kick it back the opposite way and then drift the opposite way too, and then dart straight. And that's where the stability control comes in play. It helps you kind of whip it around and maintain the weight and everything. It's where it doesn't have a center diff to break up the way it drives and stuff, and it definitely increases its performance like so much. And especially when you get the hang of having that stability control, even at slow speeds, it will help you just drive around. And if you notice, I did not take this thing through the woods on a path of its own on my last video, because the whole time I was noticing the thing was not, it was just driving too wild. I couldn't maintain control of the turns, and so I had a feeling something was wrong, and I thought it was me. But when I looked at the transmitter and noticed the stability control was turned all the way off, I realized that was the issue, because I gotten so adapted and so used to working with that stability control that when it was cut off, it was like a totally different RC that I wasn't used to. It felt so much different and just wrong. But now that I have it turned on, I had so much more control. And if you notice, I didn't go smacking into a bunch of trees like I did the last video. I had way more control over my drives, and I'm pretty sure I drove it for about the same length of time, maybe a little bit less. But regardless, I still whipped it around in the similar fashion, and just testing out the way it does kind of drift and swing, and when it does lose traction, how it handles and how it regains traction. Totally just a different beast when you got a little bit of that TSC turned on. Definitely helps it and increases the way it drives, especially once you get the hang of it and get used to how it runs with that system in play. Now you can crank it all the way up, and this thing will just like run almost straight as an arrow. And I guess that would be good if you were just like drag racing, but obviously it's a 4x4 and you don't want to drag race something like that. But regardless, it's a really neat system. It definitely helps the way this thing is built and designed. It really increases its performance, and once you get the hang of it, it can be a lot of fun. But anyway, this is still the same 3S battery. I literally just ran back outside. I had to charge up my my camera a little bit, and ran back outside with it with the same battery on it, and it's a 5200 milliamp hour. So I figured I had enough run time, and I wanted to whip it around with the stability control on to see how much different it felt. And man, I just had a lot more control over it, and definitely just in the drifting as part of it, aspect of it, instead of drifting and just like losing control of it and spinning out of control, or having to oversteering and just wrecking into something, because I'm trying to counter steer the drift. It worked with me. It's just so neat. I wish, like, it's hard to explain, but if you guys had this controller in your hand and drove it yourself with it on and off, it would be really cool. I guarantee it. But anyway, let me know your thoughts of it in the comment section. I hope you guys are all doing well, and as always, thank you for everything.